everyone. Oh, that's very loud. Hello, everyone. It is so lovely to be with you this evening and for you to have come out this evening. Hello to everyone in Glengormley Presbyterian Church. I'll give you a wee wave. Hello, everyone here. Hello to everyone at home who's watching, potentially online or via Facebook. I'll just wave at all the cameras all over the place. My name is Ruth Dalzell. I am the E3 Skills Worker for North Belfast and Newton Abbey. And this is our very first in-person fundraiser, which is very exciting. So I started in my role here in August 2020, and now we've managed to get to February 2022 for our first in-person fundraiser, which is just a bit crazy when you think about it. But thank you so much for being willing to be a part of this evening, whether you're here in person or whether you're watching along at home. It's great to be able to join together. Throughout this evening, you're going to be hearing a little bit about the work that happens in North Belfast and Newton Abbey in my role. And I'll be telling you a little bit how to donate as well. People here who are in the church, hopefully you have a wee goodie bag with you. If you didn't get your goodie bag on the way in, feel free to go and grab yours. If you're watching at home, put together your own goodie bag. You can get a cup of tea or something else and a biscuit or whatever. So just sit back and relax and enjoy this evening. I am so thankful for the guys here from North. Hello. Who are going to be leading us this evening with amazing music. I've heard them practicing and I've been singing along, and you will not be disappointed. So sit back, relax, enjoy this evening, enjoy the music that you're going to hear. Feel free to kind of sing along or whatever. And I hope you really enjoy this evening, and I'll speak to you a little bit later on. So I'm going to hand over to the band. Thank you.
Thanks, Ruth. So the first bit of this is pretty chilled out. You can sit back and enjoy and relax, and hopefully it won't feel too painful listening to these first few songs. Think of it like you're joining in one of our practices. So settle back in your sofas at home, settle back in the pews here. There'll be a chance later on for us all to join in and sing worship together. But for now, enjoy these few songs that we've put together. have the words for this one, do we? Thank you. This is My Feet Are on the Rock.
Sinking sand, so stomp your feet and clap your hands. Our feet are on the rock. On Christ the solid rock I stand. All other ground is sinking sand, so stomp your feet and clap your hands. Our feet are on the rock. On Christ the solid rock I stand. All other ground is sinking sand, so stomp your feet and clap your hands. Our feet are on the rock. When I feel my hope about to break, I will cling to your unchanging grace. Let the waters come and the earth gives way. I'll be dancing in the rain. When I feel my hope about to break, I will cling to your unchanging grace. Let the waters come and the earth gives way. I'll be dancing in the rain. My feet are on the rock. Ooh, my feet are on the rock. Ooh, my feet are on the rock.
So I heard this song in a film that was on the TV at Christmas, and I didn't know who the person was in the movie because I had never seen her dressed normally. So we couldn't get Lady Gaga to come tonight, but we got the Gaga lady. So this is Shallow. Tell me something, girl. Are you happy in this modern world? Or do you need more? Is there something else you're searching for? I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for change, and in the bad times I feel myself.
Tell me something, boy. Aren't you tired trying to fill that void? Or do you need more? Ain't it hard keeping it so hardcore? I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for change, and in the bad times I fear myself.
I'm off the deep end, watch as I dive in. I'll never meet the ground. Crash to the surface where they can't hurt us. We're far from the shallow now. In the shallow, in the shallow, in the shallow, we're far from the shallow now. Surface where they can't hurt us. We're far from the shallow now. In the shallow, in the shallow, in the shallow, we're far from the shallow now.
Picture perfect blue, sunbathing on the moon, stars shining as your bones illuminate. First kiss just like a drug under your influence. Take me over, you're the magic in my veins. This must be love. Boom, clap, the sound of my heart, the beat goes on and on and on and on. And boom, clap, make me feel good. Come on with me, come on to me now. Boom, clap, the sound of my heart, the beat goes on and on and on and on. And boom, clap, you make me feel good. Come on to me, come on to me now. Whoa. No silver or no gold could dress me up so good. You're the glitter in the darkness of my soul. Just tell me what to do, I'll fall right into you. Going under, cast a spell, just say the word. I feel your love. Boom, clap, the sound of my heart, the beat goes on and on and on and on. And boom, clap, you make me feel good. Come on to me, come on to me now. Boom, clap, the sound of my heart, the beat goes on and on and on and keep burning me up with all of your love. Boom, clap, sound of my heart, the beat goes on and on and on and on. And boom, clap, you make me feel good. Come on with me, come on with me now. Boom, clap, sound of my heart, the beat goes on and on and on and on. And boom, clap, you make me feel good. Come on with me, come on and sing now.
The wonderful voice of Mrs. Helen Duff. Here's a wee bit of Ed. When your legs don't work like they used to before, and I can't sweep you off of your feet, will your mouth still remember the taste of my love? Will your eyes still smile from your cheeks? And darling, I will be loving you till we're 70. And baby, my heart could still fall as hard at 23. I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. Maybe just a touch of a hand. Me, I fall in love with you every single day, and I just want to tell you I am. So honey, now take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud. Maybe we found love right where we are. And when my hair's all gone and my memory fades, and the crowds don't remember my name, when my hands don't play the strings the same way, I know you will still love me the same. 'Cause honey, your soul never grows old, it's evergreen. And baby, your smile's forever in my mind and memory. And I'm thinking out how people fall in love in mysterious ways. Maybe it's all part of a plan. I'll continue making the same mistakes, hoping that you'll understand. But baby, now take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Place your head on my beating heart. Thinking out loud, baby, we found love right where we are. So baby, now take me into your loving arms.
kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud. Maybe we found love right where we are. Maybe we found love right where we are. We found love right where we are.
Thank you, you're terribly kind. We're going to finish this little set with a bit of a stripped back version of a well-known Bon Jovi song, Living on a Prayer.
Tommy used to work on the docks. The union's been on strike, and he's down on his luck. It's tough, so tough. Gina works the diner all day, working for her man. She brings home her pay for love. Oh, for love.
She says we gotta hold on to what we've got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We got each other, and that's all for love. Give it a shot. Whoa, we're halfway there.
Living on a prayer.
Take my hands, we'll make it, I swear.
Living on a prayer. Tommy's got a six-string harp. Now he's holding in what he used to make its heart so tough. Oh, it's tough. And Gina dreams of running away. When she cries in the night, Tommy whispers, "Baby, it's okay. Someday."
She says we gotta hold on to what we've got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We got each other, and that's all I
Thank you so much to the band who've been playing so brilliantly. I was like humming away to myself there. So can we give them another big round of applause? I think they sound fab. It's so great. I'm just going to take a couple of minutes to share with you a little bit about the work of E3 North Belfast and Newtonabbey. First of all, I'm going to share with you what E3 actually is about, in case you're not entirely sure. E3 stands for three words that begin with E. It's engaging, equipping, and empowering. So engaging is all about engaging with pupils in schools, which is through assemblies, RE lessons, or helping with SU groups. Equipping is all about helping Christian teachers and Christian pupils to be salt and light in their schools and to be able to share their faith with those around them. And empowering is to help churches to get involved in schools ministry and to help kind of provide a link to allow churches to support their local schools and for local schools to know that they can rely on their local church for help. So I'm going to give you just a kind of a whistle-stop tour as to what's been happening in North Belfast and Newtonabbey over the past wee while. I would love to be able to tell you about absolutely everything, but I would probably bore you. Here are some of the main highlights. So first of all, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what has been happening in schools. Thankfully, with restrictions easing a little bit, I've been able to get into more schools, which has been great. I've been able to get into schools to do assemblies. There's a wee picture here that I was in Ballysillan Primary recently, where I was able to do assemblies for the whole school, but within their classrooms, because schools are still in bubbles in some situations, and so they're not able to come together for assemblies. So we kind of got around that by me going into each classroom and being able to share an assembly with them there. We as SU have also been producing online assemblies. Each week there is a new assembly which is uploaded, and these are all in a folder so that the primary schools can access them and they can be shared out. We know that loads of schools have really appreciated this resource without being able to gather together for assemblies or not being able to have visitors into schools necessarily. They have really appreciated having a weekly assembly that can be shown to the pupils in their classrooms. And we know that some teachers have then extended this a little bit, that they then show the video, they allow the pupils to chat a little bit about it, what they've learned, and they've really benefited from having that resource there, which has been brilliant. As SU, we also then deliver RE resources into schools. Within primary schools, there are a good few that we do. Here we've got an RE framework that has been developed for Key Stage 1 and for Key Stage 2. Within this framework, there is a lesson plan, there are resources, there are worksheets and PowerPoint to go along with them. And this helps to resource teachers who maybe aren't that confident in doing RE, but also it allows teachers to share these with other staff members in their school, and it helps us to have really good Bible-based RE lessons within the schools. We have Amazing Jesus, which looks at the miracles of Jesus and points to who he is. And we have other kind of one-off ones. One that we've been doing quite recently, recently, just at the end of last year, is the It's Your Move lessons. These are for P7 pupils, and it helps them to transition from primary school to post-primary school. These are a series of 3 lessons, which helps them to think about the choices, challenges, and changes that they might face. And we look then at different stories in the Bible. So we've been able to do It's Your Move lessons, which have been great, and it's good to be able to help those P7 kind of go through that particular time in their school life and help them prepare for the next stage. Within Amazing Jesus, we look at miracles of Jesus, and we show that the miracles point to who Jesus is. So it's been great to be able to go into schools and deliver these amazing Jesus lessons as well. Within those, there are different activities that they can do, and it's been great to see week on week where pupils have done kind of the activities. When I come back the next week, they're really excited to show me what they've done, which has been brilliant. A new resource which has been produced recently are the Fist Pump 5 lessons. These lessons are all to do with having a healthy mind, and they're based on the NHS guidelines for 5 steps to a healthy mind. And within this then we look at the 5 steps. There are some really practical tools to help you to keep your mind healthy, but we also look at how Jesus embodied all 5 of those things, and we can show Bible stories where Jesus is showing all of these, which has been brilliant. Within these we then look at how you can have a healthy body and a healthy mind. We look at doing good feels good for kindness, connection, connection counts. It's good to be with other people. Learning new skills, a learning mind is a healthy mind, and take time to take notice around you. And so these have been really well received. Teachers really appreciate them because at the moment mental health is such a big thing, especially coming out of COVID. We also then have lessons for post-primary schools for year 8, 9, 10 and 11, and these fit in with the RE curriculum. I had the opportunity to go to Belfast High before Christmas time, and I was able to do 2 of the lessons based on the Bible for all of the year 8 pupils in Belfast High, which was 5 different classes. So it was a really great opportunity to be able to meet them just at the start of their journey into post-primary school. I've also had the opportunity to visit SU groups within schools as well. I've been able to visit the SU groups within Belfast High as well, which has been great. I've been able to visit in BRA, been able to visit in Glengormley High as well. And currently I'm going to be taking 4 weeks of SU sessions over the next wee while where they're looking at the miracles of Jesus. So it's been really exciting to see SU groups start back up again. Many of them either met online in some form or some haven't really met at all. So getting those started again has been a little bit difficult, but it's been great to see the groups starting back and trying their best to bring that connection together. Just before Christmas, we had an Inters event. Inters is where we bring together school pupils from different schools to come to learn from each other, to have fun, and just to share a little bit about their experiences of schools. That took place in Ballycraigie Congregational Church, and it was joint between E3 North Belfast and Newtonabbey, E3 East Antrim, and E3 Antrim and Lisburn. And it was great. We had fun, we had games, we had minute-to-win-it challenges where we got to see some competitive sides come out. We also then had Danny and Lucy from LMI who came and they shared on the topic of taking the stand and helping to equip the pupils to stand up for their faith and to stand up for God in their schools, but also to reach their friends around them and to help them see the beauty of Jesus and to learn more about him. So that's the school section. We also then have been busy with churches as well, which has been brilliant. And again, with restrictions opening up a little bit, I've had more opportunity to be able to go to churches. At the start of each academic year, there will be a Back to School with God resource that has been produced in partnership with SUNI and SU Scotland. And this year we looked at the boat and the breakfast. And so it was the idea that we were looking at Jesus coming together with his disciples and sharing with them and being able to show them who he was. So hopefully that will be released again, ready for this September. It will usually be released around the end of June. It's free to register for that, download all the resources. There will be PowerPoint slides, there'll be a script, there'll be interactive activities, there'll be craft ideas and things like that. So keep a wee eye out for the next one coming this year. Also available to do your Back to School with God services as well, just a wee plug in there as well. It's also been great to share with churches and to let them know a little bit about the work that has been happening. If you are on the E3 North Belfast and Newtonabbey Facebook page, you'll see plenty of awkward selfies just like that all over the place. I was in Abbey Presbyterian recently and we joked about that, and there's one of my exciting selfies outside, but it was just horrendous. Windswept and interesting is how I like to describe those. But it's great to be able to go to local churches, to be able to share about the work, and actually from visits with local churches recently, I've been able to make more connections with schools over the past month. Alone, I've been able to make connections with 13 new primary schools that I didn't have before, purely through conversations from people from local churches and being able to share about my work, and some people saying, "Oh, are you in this school? I'll maybe just have a wee word with the headmaster, or I know a teacher in that school, I'll get them to call you." And that's where the benefit of having local churches involved with the project really helps, because they have contacts and connections that I don't have, and therefore it really helps us out to be able to share a little bit more. And one of those connections that we're going to be using very, very soon is with White House Presbyterian. Previously, they had done a kind of an Easter outreach, an Easter journey activity where local schools would come to the church. There are different stations to kind of talk about the last week in Jesus' life and also then his resurrection. and also then there'll be a kind of like a wee RE lesson type activity as well. But the local schools will come to the church. This will be put on for them. They'll get to learn all about Easter, and hopefully then get to learn what Easter is really all about. So from that, we're going to have 7 different schools come and to share in that activity. So that's really exciting. And 6 of those schools are schools that I didn't really have a lot of contact before. So that's one way in which empowering churches to get involved in schools ministry really benefits everyone. There are a couple of things that I would really love you to pray for, if possible. There are just different things that are going on. COVID has been hard, and schools are maybe feeling it a little bit more. The first one I'd like you to pray for is Abbey Community College. They are trying to set up an SU group within their school. They haven't really had one before. There's not really a culture of having SU in the school. And just as they try to start setting this up, a group for junior pupils and a group for senior pupils, they've just been met with a lot of challenges. Lots of things just seem to be going against them and getting in their way. So if you'd be able to pray for that, to pray for wisdom, to pray for guidance, to know how to maybe help with those challenges, to maybe remove those barriers, to allow conversations to happen that can maybe start the development of an SU group, that would be really much appreciated. That would be great. Another thing I would love you to pray for is for Glengormley High. And for the past couple of weeks, I've been observing the mentoring programme, which happens in Glengormley High every Friday. This is run by Steve Dodds from Glengormley Baptist and Matthew Playfair, who's in Carmoney Presbyterian. Each week they go in and do mentoring with Year 8, Year 9 and Year 10 pupils. Some of them are group sessions, some of them are one-to-one. I've watched it, it's brilliant. Steve is currently on paternity leave. He and his wife Faith just had a little baby yesterday, baby Ruben, which is really exciting. So he's going to be off for 4 weeks and I'm covering for him. And even in the past 3 weeks where I've been there, I've seen the benefit of having this mentoring programme with the school. And the school realises that this is brilliant as well. They appreciate the work that Steve and Matthew do every week. However, there are loads of other pupils within the school that could be benefiting from this mentoring programme, but they just don't have enough volunteers. So if you could pray for people to maybe step forward to be a volunteer to help with the mentoring programme. If you are passionate, or you know someone who is passionate about spending time with young people, having conversations with them, listening to them, trying to help them out in some way, just being a person that they can talk to and someone they can depend on to be there each Friday, have a chat with me. I'd love to be able to tell you a bit more information about that, because the more volunteers they have, the more pupils they could help. Lastly, just before I finish, I just want to draw your attention to my monthly newsletter. There's going to be one going out very soon, just at the start of next week. Each month I send out an email. Within that you'll get prayer points, a thing that looks a little bit like this, where it gives prayer points to be thankful for, things that have happened that month before, and things to pray for in the upcoming month. If you would like to receive that, all I need is your email address, and it'll come to you each month. You'll get the prayer point newsletter. There'll usually be some features about what has happened, things to pray for, and stuff that's going on with SU nationally as well. We're also hoping to have an in-person prayer meeting as well on Monday, the 21st of March, and that's going to take place at one of my district support team's house. Kerry Cubitt has very kindly offered her house that we can come and meet together and pray for schools ministry in North Belfast and Newton Abbey. So just lastly, I'll just put those wee prayer points up at the end. So if you would like to pray for the work of E3, North Belfast and Newton Abbey, here are some of the key things you could be praying for at the minute. And so thank you so much again for being here, supporting the work and supporting our fundraising event tonight. And I'm going to hand back over to the band who are going to lead us in some more amazing music. So yes, thank you very much.
Thanks, Ruth. Isn't it class to hear what's going on? It's just brilliant to hear what's happening in our schools and with our children. This is the bit where you join in. Unfortunately, the regulations in the Presbyterian Church are still that you have to wear your mask if you're singing. So if you pop your masks on and just be more expressive than you would usually be with your arms and your legs, and that will be fine. You people at home, open your windows. As I used to say when I was doing Sunday songs during lockdown, open your windows and sing so your neighbours can hear you. But we'll all start standing together and then watch. I don't know who the oldest is, but watch for the oldest, and when they sit down, then the rest of you can start sitting down. But let's stand together as we sing "Praise Him, Ye Heavens, and all that's above." And all that's above. Praise Him, you angels and heavenly hosts. Let the whole earth praise Him. Praise Him, the sun, moon, and bright shining stars. Praise Him, you heavens and waters and skies. Let the whole earth praise Him. Heavens and all that's above. Praise Him, you angels and heavenly hosts. Let the whole earth praise Him. Praise Him, the sun, moon, and bright shining stars. Praise Him, you heavens and waters and skies. Our God
His Son to free us, holds me in His love. Neither height nor depth can separate us. Hell and death cannot defeat us. He who gave His Son to free us holds me in His love. Sing with joy now, our God is for us. The Father's love is a strong and mighty fortress. Raise your voice now, no love is greater. Who can stand against us if our God is for us? Sing with joy now, our God is for us. The Father's love is a strong and mighty fortress. Raise your voice now, no love is greater. Who can stand against us if our God is for us?
This is a song that is on the album that Wren Collective brought out just before COVID hit and just before we all got locked in our houses. And this is one of the many songs on that album that I think was just spot on for the time that we found ourselves in. That even in the midst of everything that was thrown at us, we choose to worship, we choose to bow. Even though it's hard and it's sore and it's painful, we lay it down before our King. This is I Choose to Worship.
I choose to worship, I choose to bow. Though there's pain in the offering, I lay it down. Here in the conflict, when doubt surrounds, though my soul is unraveling, I choose you now. I will praise you through the fire, through the storm and through the flood. There is nothing that could ever steal my song. In the valley, you are worthy, you are good when life is not. You will always and forever be my song. I build my altar right here and now. In the midst of the darkest night, it won't burn out. For you are perfect, no matter what. In the joy of the suffering, I sing it loud. I will praise you through the fire, through the storm and through the flood. There is nothing that could ever steal my song. In the valley, you are worthy, you are good when life is not. You will always and forever be my song. When the enemy says I'm done, I'll lift my praises. When the world comes crashing down, I lift my praises high. Till the darkness turns to dawn, I lift my praises. I choose to worship, I choose you now. I will praise you through the fire, through the storm and through the flood. There is nothing that could ever steal my song. In the valley, you are worthy, you are good when life is not. You will always and forever be my song. When the enemy says I'm done, I lift my praises. When the world comes crashing down, I lift my praises high. Till the darkness turns to dawn, I lift my praises. I choose to worship,
if you want to take your seats for just a minute, have a little rest. I'm going to just take a moment actually to introduce you to these guys. So back here in the naughty boy chair over here in the screen, it's nothing to do with the smell, I promise, all right? We just have to tone him down a little bit. This is Chris, our wonderful drummer. And then, round of applause. And then back here in the subtle shirt, okay, is the guy who holds it all together, okay? He's the silent type, but actually holds us all together. This is Stuart on bass. And over here, with all the big riffs and the moments of glory, is Mark on lead guitar. And probably I should say that this one also holds us all together. This is Katie on keys. Okay, and this, well, you know him anyway already. Okay, this is Al, and I am Helen. So we are, okay, nearly all of us.
I should clarify, it's my band.
Okay, it's his band, but we allow him to play with us because we are all Glengormley Presbyterian church band, okay? So we play together all the time, but we very graciously allow Al to come and play and sing with us sometimes, which is not true.
Still my band.
It's still his band. We've been playing together for years, and it is a real privilege and a blessing to be able to do this. This is my home church. I grew up here, and then I went away with work and different things and study, and we came back again probably about 17 years ago as a family, and we were blessed to be able to do that. This next song is incredibly special, and I love the words in it, because it is so true as I look back on my life. As I stand here in the church that I was born in, and I'm back in now with my own children, nearly fully grown as well, I can see how these words are so true in this next song. I love you, Lord. You have led me through the fire, and in darkest night you are close like no other. I've known you as a father, and I've known you as a friend, and I have lived in the goodness of God. I see that in my own life, and I see that in my church, in this home church of Glengormley, where I see men and women of God who took me in Sunday school, who took me in youth groups, who mentored me and guided me and prayed for me over all those years. And I see them now in their older years and their latter years, and how God still holds them and they still hold on to God. And it is a wonderful thing to be able to witness that in a church. So we're going to sing the goodness of God. I love you, Lord. Oh, your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hands. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, I will sing of the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. I love your voice. You have led me through the fire, and in darkest night you were close like no other. I've known you as a father, I've known you as a friend, and I have lived in the goodness of God. And all my life been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I'm gonna sing of the goodness of God.
Stories of what they think you're like, but I've heard the tender whisper of love in the dead of night, and you tell me that you're pleased and that I'm never alone. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are, it's who you are, it's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am, it's who I am, it's who I am. Oh, and I've seen many searching for answers far and wide, but I know that we're all searching for answers. Only you provide, 'cause you know just what we need before we say a word. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are, it's who you are, it's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am, it's who I am, it's who I am. Because you are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. Yes, you are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. Love so undeniable, I can hardly speak. Peace so unexplainable, I can hardly think as you call me. Deeper still as you call me. Deeper still as you call me. Deeper still into love, love, love. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are, it's who you are, it's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am, it's who I am, it's who I am. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are, it's who you are, it's who you are.
I love this next song. We read in the Bible that God's people worshipped. We don't really get a massive insight into their orders of service and what they did and who said what and who stood where. But there's one example of worship in the Bible that I love in Luke, where this woman, whose name we think might be Mary, came into a room where it sounds like she shouldn't have been. And she found Jesus and she cried at his feet. And then when she realized that her tears had soaked his feet, she dried them with her hair. And then she broke open this alabaster jar and poured this perfume on his feet. And if there was any doubt about anybody sitting at the other end of the table that something was going on, when she broke open that perfume, they knew that something was happening down at the other end of the table, and it must have been pretty exciting. So this is alabaster. I'm broken at your feet.
I am broken at your feet, like an alabaster jar. Every piece of who I am laid before your majesty, and I will bow my life at your feet, at your feet. My lips, so lost for words, will kiss your feet, kiss your feet. Yeah. Oh, the gravity of you draws my soul onto its knees. I will never be the same, no. I am lost and found in you, and I will bow my life at your feet, at your feet. My lips, so lost for words, will kiss your feet, kiss your feet. Oh, I will bow my life at your feet, at your feet. My lips, so lost for words, will kiss your feet, kiss your feet. Yeah.
I think we should stand for these last two. These are probably songs we need to sing standing up. In the darkness we were waiting, without hope and without light, till from heaven you came running. There was mercy in your eyes, to fulfill the law and prophets. To a virgin came the word, from a throne of endless glory to a cradle in the dirt. storms move for good, for the Lamb hath conquered death, and the dead rose from their tombs, and the angels stood in awe, for the souls of all who come to the Father are restored, and the church of Christ was born. In the Spirit lit the flame, and this gospel truth of hope shall not kneel and shall not fade. In His blood and in His name, in His freedom I am free. For the love of Jesus Christ, who has resurrected me.
Praise the Father, praise the Son, praise the Spirit, three in one. God of glory, majesty, praise forever to the King of Kings. Praise forever to the King of Kings.
Right, I need your help in this one, because I can't sing it and shout the hey as well. So this little song goes, He's our rescuer, and you go, hey, right? At home as well, don't be chickening out, okay? Let the neighbours hear. Here we go, so just watch out for the haze. There is good news for the captive, good news for the shamed. There is good news for the one who walked away. There is good news for the doubter, the one religion failed. For the good Lord has come to seek and save. You ready? He's our rescuer. Hey! He's our rescuer. Hey! We are free from sin forevermore. Oh, how sweet the sound. Hey! Oh, how grace abounds. Hey! We will praise the Lord, our rescuer. He is beauty for the blind man, riches for the poor. He is friendship for the one the world ignores. He is pasture for the weary, rest for those who strive. Oh, the good Lord is the way, the truth, the life. Yes, the good Lord is the way, the truth, the life. And He's our rescuer. Hey, He's our rescuer. Hey, we are free from sin forevermore. Oh, how sweet the sound. Oh, how grace abounds. We'll praise the Lord, our rescuer. Oh, we will praise the Lord, our rescuer. So come and be chainless, come and be fearless. Come to the foot of Calvary. There is redemption for every affliction. Here at the foot of Calvary. So come and be chainless, come and be fearless. Come to the foot of Calvary. For there is redemption for every affliction.
Feel free to have a wee seat a wee minute if you're in here. I'm trapped in my mask. Thank you so much. It was brilliant. I'm going to talk just for one wee minute or two, and then we're going to get back to the band. This is a fundraiser, so we're going to chat about money for a second and make everybody feel a bit awkward. But in order for each E3 project to run, it costs around £33,000 a year. I don't get all of that, just saying. There's lots of other things that happen in the background that need money in order for those to run properly. If you're here in Glengormley, you will hopefully have in your goodie bag an attractive sheet that looks like this, that has a QR code at the top. If you're watching online, this image is on the E3 North Belfast and Newton Abbey Facebook page, along with an online link you can just click on if you want to. If you scan the QR code, it will take you to the donation page for SUNI. If you follow just the steps along here, it will make sure that you are giving to the right thing. Essentially, if you pick North Belfast and Newton Abbey from the drop-down menu and put Live Lounge somewhere in a message, it will then go into the Live Lounge pot, if you will, and then we can get a grand total at the end, which is really exciting. Also, in order for the project to run, it is really helpful if we have regular donations. This means that we know what we are guaranteed each month, we know what we are guaranteed each year, we know what we can rely on. Yes, fundraisers like these are brilliant. Yes, we will hopefully get a lot of donations from this event, but being able to rely on regular giving helps us out a lot within the project. I know that money is tight at the minute. There are so many things going on, other things that are vying for our attention. I appreciate that you probably support lots of other things, and I'm not asking you to take money away from those to give to me. That wouldn't be fair. But if you feel that you would like to support the work of E3 North Belfast and Newton Abbey, and you would like to set up a regular donation, you can also do that at the same link. Instead of choosing the one-off giving, you can give regular giving, and you can decide whether you want to give monthly, yearly, or however you want to give. Or you can have a chat to me at the end, and we can talk about setting up a standing order or things like that. For people who are here in the building, within your little E3 Schools Ministry booklet, you will also have information on that. If you would like to get information to pray, if you want to help in act, or if you want to give, you can tick any of those little boxes, you can then pass that information on, and you will then be contacted either by me or for someone else, depending on what you want. Also on the back, it just gives you a little bit more of a breakdown as to how we could maybe reach our £33,000 target as well. For tonight, it's up to you if you want to give. It's not as if we'll not let you out unless you give. It's not that kind of situation yet, but I'm joking. We'll happily let you go. But if you would like to donate, that will be up to you. One thing that you could maybe think about is how much you maybe would have paid to come here, how much you think these guys are worth. I think they're worth a lot, to be honest with you. I think they're fab. But maybe you could donate what you happily would have paid for a ticket price, and that could maybe be your donation. So if you would like to think about it and pray about it, how you would like to give, you can follow the steps on this sheet. And if you want any more information about regular giving, you can have a wee chat to me at the end, or you can check out the information on our website as well. Also then, to finish off the evening, I'm going to hand back to the band. But before I do that, I just want to give them another big thank you so much for coming and to sharing with us this evening. And if we could give them another big round of applause as well, that would be brilliant.
Is that the right key? Oh, stroke of genius. Didn't write down what spread to put the capo on. There we go. Right, okay. This is, I love this song. Lord, I need you. Oh, I need you every hour. I need you. Isn't that what we want the children in our schools to be saying as well, that they need Jesus in their lives? So we'll stay in our seats for this one, and just let's sing this together as we come before our God and allow His grace to pour out on us. Lord, I need you.
Lord, I come, I confess, Bowing here, I find my rest. Without you, I fall apart. You're the one that guards my heart. Lord, I need you. Oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. My one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you. Where sin runs deep, your grace is more. Where grace is found is where you are. And where you are, Lord, I am free. Holiness is Christ in me. Lord, I need you. Oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. My one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you. So teach my song to rise to you. When temptation comes my way, when I cannot stand, I'll fall on you. Jesus, you're my hope and stay. Lord, I need you. Oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. My one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you. You're my one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you. Oh God, how I need you.
Do you want to stand for these last two? We're going to sing on Broken Praise, first of all.
Praise unbroken, praise unending, be yours forevermore. Praise untainted, praise unfading, be yours forevermore. Be yours forevermore. Unbroken praise be yours, God, forever. All my praise be yours, God, forever. Lord, take this life, let it become your throne. Unbroken praise be yours. My surrender, my devotion, be yours So let my deeds outrun my words. Let my life outweigh my song. Unbroken praise be yours, God, forever. All my praise be yours, God, forever. Lord, take this heart, let it become your throne. Unbroken praise be yours. Unbroken praise be yours. My unbroken praise be yours. So let my deeds outrun my words. Let my life outweigh my song. Unbroken praise be yours.
I know you've been holding back all night. You can really let go in this one, okay? You can Irish dance in this one if you want to. This is Build Your Kingdom here.
Set your rule and reign in our hearts again. Increase in us, we pray. Unveil why we're made. Come set our hearts ablaze at hope, like wildfire in our very souls. Holy Spirit, come invade us now. We are your church. We need your power in us. We seek your kingdom first. We hunger and we thirst. Refuse to waste our lives, for you're our joy and prize. To see the captive hearts released, the hurt, the sick, the poor at peace. We lay down our lives for heaven's cause. We are your church. We pray, revive this earth. Build your kingdom here. Let the darkness fear. Show your mighty hand. Heal our streets and land. Set your church on fire. Win this nation back. Change the atmosphere. Build your kingdom here. We pray. Unleash your kingdom's power, reaching the near and far. No force of hell can stop your beauty changing hearts. You made us for much more than this. Awake the kingdom seed in us. Fill us with the strength and love of Christ. We are your church. We are the hope on earth. Build your kingdom here. Let the darkness fear. Show your mighty hand. Heal our streets and land. Set your church on fire. Win this nation back. Change the atmosphere. Build your kingdom here. We pray.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for singing along behind your masks. Thank you for joining in at home. Thank you, Ruth, for everything you're doing in our schools and in our churches. And may God bless you, bless us all as we go tonight. Amen.